sorting trees. If you take a walk through the woods, you will probably notice many varieties of trees. Have you ever thought about how these trees are different? Scientists do. Scientists use the differences and similarities they find to classify the many types of trees. Sorting trees into categories helps us to understand how different trees are related to one another. Perhaps the most significant difference between trees is that some lose their leaves in the fall, while others do not. Trees that lose their leaves are called deciduous trees. Deciduous trees.
Deciduous.
Deciduous trees. Trees that do not lose their leaves are called coniferous trees. Some deciduous trees you might recognize are oaks, maples, and elms. Some coniferous trees you may know are pines, spruces, and firs.
Spruces.
Spruces, and firs.
Firs.
And firs. Another important difference among trees is how they protect their seeds. If a tree has flowers, this is likely because it is using them to protect their seeds. These trees are called angiosperms. Some angiosperms you might recognize are maples and oaks. On the other hand, some trees put their seed inside cones to protect them. These trees are called gymnosperms. If you have been to the eastern part of the United States, then you have probably seen a pine tree. Pine trees keep their seeds in cones, so they are gymnosperms too. Scientists also categorize trees based on other characteristics like their bark, the types of fruit they produce, and their size and shape. According to the passage, the difference between coniferous and deciduous trees involves their What does it mean bark? Bark. It has to mean anything else because here they mention this word. I think maybe it's something like bill, shape, seeds, leaves. I use in paragraph 1, which is the best synonym for classify, organize. According to the passage, coniferous trees do not lose their leaves. Coniferous, no, they lose their leaves. Have big, broad leaves. Angiosperms are similar to oaks. Well, not angiosperms do not lose their leaves. They lose their. I don't remember if the coniferous lose their leaves. How it is possible? Trees that lose their leaves are called deciduous. Do not lose their leaves. What a shame. Magnolia trees have large white flowers. Given this information, we know angiosperm. According to the passage, pine trees are both coniferous and gymnosperms. According to the passage, when cate- when ca- when
Categorizing.
categorizing trees, scientists consider all of the following characteristics except beauty. Beauty. Here we don't have space for beauty. Now I'm going to be no. Using the passage as a guide, it can be understood that which of the following trees are most closely related to one another: pines and oaks and elms, maples and firs, pines and apples, oaks and elms. What does an elm? Olmo, I think. Olmo. Which of the following best describes the overall structure of this passage? A word is defined and then explained using examples. Maybe an idea is introduced and then discussed in more detail. A conclusion is made and then examples are given. I'm not good with this. So I think it's an idea introduced. Yes! Perfect score. You got a perfect score. Amazing. You need to collect. And now we're going to check my currently level. It's 7. Okay. Now we're going